Charlie Woods is back, Chumite. But this time, he's not here to prove himself, Sissy. He's here to protect what he's already taken. After sending shockwaves through the junior golf world with his jaw-dropping victory at the Team TaylorMade Invitational earlier this year, all eyes are locked on what happens next. And it just so happens, next starts July 7th. This isn't just a return, it's a reckoning. The AJGA reopens that day, kicking off the summer leg of its most competitive tournaments. Among the 72 elite juniors teeing it up on Streamsong's unforgiving black course, only one player walks in with a target on his back, and it's Tiger Woods' son. The name isn't what's scaring them. It's the numbers he put up last time. Charlie didn't just win, he dominated. 8.15 total, including a final round 66 and 25 birdies across 3 days. For any other 16-year-old, that would have been a miracle. For Charlie, it became a statement. What happens when the underdog becomes the alpha? Now he returns to the same stage. Only this time, he's not being chased. He's being hunted. His opponents aren't gunning for a title. They're gunning for him. The same swing that silenced critics now echoes with expectations. Streamsong Black doesn't care about headlines, hype, or surnames. This course strips away comfort. It exposes nerves. It punishes hesitation. And for Charlie Woods, there's no room to hide this time. Golf doesn't give you home field advantage. It gives you a scorecard. It's quiet now, just practice rounds, warm-ups, empty scoreboards. But that silence won't last, because on July the 7th, the storm begins, and Charlie's at the center of it. So the question becomes clear. What will Charlie Woods do now that he's no longer chasing a name, but carrying one? The crown he earned weeks ago? It's heavier than it looks. 3 numbers changed everything. 70, 65, 66. That was Charlie Woods' scorecard the last time he stepped onto Streamsong Black. The result, 8.15 total, 25 birdies, and a 3-shot victory at one of the most competitive junior events in the country. That wasn't a good weekend. It was a warning shot, and the world heard it loud and clear, and his name didn't just echo in headlines, it rocketed up the rankings. After TTMI, Charlie surged 595 places in the AJGA standings, now planted inside the top 14 juniors nationwide, from outsider to elite, in just 54 holes. But every climb comes with a view, and with it, a new weight. Because now Charlie isn't just a rising star, he's the guy everyone's comparing their son to. He's not chasing, he's being chased. The media knows it, scouts know it, and more importantly, Charlie knows it too. Every step forward now comes with 1,000 eyes. This is the curse of being that guy, that golden kid, that Woods. Before, he was Tiger's son. Now, he's Charlie, the defending champion at TTMI. That's not a shadow anymore. That's a spotlight. Pressure doesn't whisper. It roars, especially when your last name is history. Golf isn't just strokes and flags anymore. It's interviews, it's questions, it's opinions. Everyone's dissecting his swing. Everyone's forecasting his future. Every birdie he makes feels expected. Every bogey, headlines. When you win, you're lucky. When you lose, you're exposed. Even silence feels louder now. Every practice round, every stretch, every swing, it's not routine anymore. It's a performance. Charlie's not just playing golf, he's playing the narrative. And that narrative demands perfection, not progress. So, as TTMI returns, Charlie isn't just defending a title. He's defending a version of himself that golf fans, scouts, and doubters already believe exists. One weekend made him a threat. But this one, it'll define if that threat was real. If TTMI is the battle, then Streamsong Black is the battlefield, and it doesn't care who you are, it only cares how precise you are. This course is a masterpiece of punishment, designed to test not just your swing, but your patience, discipline, and nerve. Streamsong Black is built with elevation changes, blind tee shots, and greens that move like waves under glass. Streamsong doesn't break you fast, it breaks you slowly. Over 54 holes, even the smallest error becomes a scar, a pulled drive, a misread putt, a wrong wind call. There's no reset button, and unlike tour-level events, there's no cut to save you from embarrassment. Every round is a reckoning. Every hole is a microscope. The black course doesn't reward flashy stuff. It rewards precise. This is not a course where you survive off talent alone. You need strategy, restraint, And most of all, mental stamina. This isn't golf on a course, it's golf inside your head. And here's the thing about no-cut events, you're never safe. One cold day, one shaky front nine, and your week unravels. At TTMI, everyone plays all 3 days, including the ones having a nightmare. There's no bench to hide on, just 18 more holes to survive. And Charlie? He's walking in with a target the size of a flagstick. Opponents won't just test his game, they'll test his composure, his course management, his ability to handle 3 days of being hunted. It's not about beating the field, it's about not beating yourself. Because this course doesn't just crown winners, it exposes pretenders. And if you're not ready, Streamsong Black doesn't care about your last name, it just takes your game apart. So, while others see fairways and pin flags, Charlie sees something else. A course waiting to find the weak spot and dig in. Every player arrives at TTMI with something to prove, but only one shows up with something to lose. Charlie Woods walks in not as a name to watch, but as the name they all want to beat. He's the headline, the target, the benchmark. And standing in his way, 72 of the best junior golfers in the country, each with a chip on their shoulder and a point to make. This isn't competition, it's a quiet rebellion. Because make no mistake, for every junior showing up at Streamsong, this isn't just a tournament, it's a chance to steal thunder, to shake the narrative, to take down the Woods legacy before it even begins. One weekend could rewrite who the future belongs to. But then comes the question nobody wants to ask out loud. What if Charlie cracks? What if the pressure, the noise, the weight of the Woods name finally spills over? What if the same focus that lifted him now paralyzes him? Confidence and collapse wear the same face until the scorecard drops. And yet, what if he does it again? What if Charlie walks back into the fire and burns everyone down with him? Another win. Another statement, another step closer to proving that hype was actually foreshadowing. TTMI might not crown a champion, it might unveil a prodigy. This isn't happening in a vacuum either. Just weeks from now, Charlie tees it up at the US Junior Amateur in Dallas, the biggest event of his year. And what happens at Streamsong will either build momentum or break it. This is no warm-up. This is a warning shot to the entire junior golf scene. So now, all eyes are locked on one outcome. Will Charlie's story escalate or unravel right in front of us? He's not just playing for points, he's playing to prove he belongs in the conversation. What Charlie Woods does at TTMI won't just shake up one weekend, it could tilt the entire landscape of junior golf. Because if he wins again, if he stares down the pressure, the field, and that course, we're not just talking about a talented kid anymore. We're talking about the next face of American golf. Momentum like this doesn't build twice. It either breaks barriers, or breaks you. A second TTMI title would trigger a chain reaction. Sponsors, invitational spots, international team nods, doors swing wide for winners. And for Charlie, those doors would be kicked open with force. Suddenly, he's not chasing a future. He's choosing it. But let's flip the script. What if he stumbles? What if the glare gets too bright and the weight gets too heavy? Golf fans won't just question the player, they'll start whispering about the bloodline. The Woods name built a dynasty, one that carried generations of awe, fear, and dominance. But now, it teeters on a fragile edge, because the world isn't just watching Charlie, they're watching the legacy he's expected to uphold. Expectations age faster than players, especially when your last name is a standard. Every shot he takes at TTMI becomes a referendum. Is this kid built for greatness or propped up by it? And in this moment, with 72 challengers, an unforgiving course, and the spotlight burning, we're about to find out. The line between future star and cautionary tale is razor thin. So we ask the only question that really matters now. Is Charlie about to prove he's the real deal? Or is this where the myth ends and reality sets in? Let us know in the comments. Is Charlie Woods ready to dominate again at TTMI, or is the pressure finally catching up to him? And if you thought this was intense, wait until Dallas, because if this is the dress rehearsal, the real show is just getting started.